Wow, my goodness. An absolutely tremendous ending to a phenomenal game. Game one, Pacers versus Thunder. Game winning shot made by Tyrese Haliburton gives the Pacers probably the most important win in the series. That's not a NBA Finals clinching win. All right, let me tell you guys why this is so huge, why this is so monumental, and how this all played out. So I have a bunch of notes that I took while I was watching the game for each quarter, and it's so simple. Like I don't even have to look at my notes. The first half was riddled with the Oklahoma City Thunder playing hellacious defense against the Pacers and holding them to 20 points in the first quarter. We're talking about a Pacers team that gets out and runs, gets in the fast break transition, and makes teams pay. They were not able to do that in the first quarter at all. And the Thunder enjoyed a 29-20 lead going into the second quarter. The second quarter, we kind of noticed that the Pacers were kind of sort of settling in a little bit. I think offensively, that's where the real issue was for the Pacers. They weren't in their normal flow. The Thunder were getting tons of steals. They were turning those steals into points. Their half-court defense was hellacious, right? It was incredibly stout and very, very sturdy. They just weren't allowing anything. In fact, the Thunder were the ones getting all the paint points to start the game, pretty much for the first 2-3 quarters. Something happened in the second half, though. And in the second half, the complexion of the game started to change as the game got closer to the end. So SJ was phenomenal. He scored 38 points, a very well-rounded game. He was really good. 14 of 30 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. I don't have anything bad to say about SJ and his performance, but one guy is not going to beat the Indiana Pacers. Let's make this abundantly clear. This team is too tough. This team is too resilient. And they have a guy on their team who, very simply put, finds a way to win in the biggest moments. Tyrese Haliburton, time after time, is showing us he is not afraid to take a game-winning shot. And he makes them. Like, let's not forget about the shot against the Knicks. Now, obviously, it ended up forcing overtime. They won in overtime. This is a game-winning shot in the NBA Finals. Game one, they have stolen a game from the Thunder. This was a game that the Thunder had. They were up by 9 in the first. They were up by 12 at halftime. The lead, I think, was 9 points going into the fourth. And then in the fourth quarter, the Pacers, they just did it on belief. They just did it with grit, resilience. They were just tougher. I think they were on like a 10-2 or a 12-2 point run to end the game. And then they gave the ball to their star. They gave the ball to their guy, fearlessly taking the shot and making the shot. And actually, when I think about the last possession for the Thunder that they had, SG actually gave up the ball to J-Dub in one of those final possessions. He shouldn't have given up the ball. He ended up missing the shot. The Pacers get the ball back. And then it's Tyrese Haliburton. And he nails the shot. And Lou Dort was good. Lou Dort was absolutely amazing defending Tyrese Haliburton all game long. Like, if you look at Tyrese Haliburton's game line, I mean, what's special about it? 14 points. 2 of 7 from 3. He did have 10 rebounds. He had 6 assists. It's not like a star-studded game. It's not, a virtuoso performance. It's a regular game, but it's when he hit the shot. Obi Toppin gave you 17 off the bench, which is incredible. I did not see that happening in this game. Pascal was kind of maintained, kind of held a little bit by the Thunder. Remember, their defense is very good. Nesmith was very average, 10 points. Nembhard, 14. Miles Turner, 15. Nobody gave you a stellar performance. They just hung in the game. That's what this boils down to. It boils down to the Pacers staying in the game, believing in themselves, trusting their process and their philosophy, and just outworking the Thunder at the end for those buckets and getting those defensive stops. Some of those challenges at the rim were incredible. I think it was Mathurin who had a huge block on Jalen Williams. For the Thunder, I mean, they did get some solid performances. I thought Lou Dort was very good, especially defensively. J Dub, I mean, 17's not bad, but they're just going to need more. Shea's not the only guy who's going to be able to get you the points. Alex Caruso was good, very good defensively. Got you some points too. Found some points in and around the paint area, and he had a couple of nice and ones and things like that. But Chet Holmgren, 6 points, that ain't gonna cut it, bro. I don't think the Thunder are gonna be able to win this series with Chet Holmgren averaging 6 points a game. And there's gonna be games where Jalen Williams is just gonna have to do more. He was not very efficient tonight. 6 of 19 shooting, 1 of 4 from 3. He played good defense, and I don't want to, that's it. These are the best defensive teams in the league. That's it. These are the last two. They're the last ones standing. They are the best teams. Nothing's going to be easy. I'm just so thoroughly impressed. I continue to be impressed by the Indiana Pacers. This is a team that is so fun to watch, and you know it's coming. You know what they're about to do. They're going to come back. They're going to be in that game in those waning moments, and they're going to be in a position to win, and they're going to find a way, and they always do. The series isn't over. Yes, the Pacers stole game 1. The Thunder, in my opinion, have to win game 2. I know it's not the end of the world if they don't win it, but the way I see the series playing out, if the Pacers win game 2, the Thunder are going to have some serious doubts about what it's going to take to win this series. The Thunder have to win. Guys, they could have won game 1. The Pacers just stole the win from them, and it was their offense that let them down at the end. That's really what it was. It was disorganized offensive possessions for the Thunder at the end, and the Pacers got the stops, and then they executed at the end. That's what this game literally came down to, the final possession. That's how close these two teams are. And I really did think the Thunder were going to win this one in a close game like this. I thought they were going to win it. It's not over. This series is not over. This series, I thought it was going to be Thunder in 6. It could still go Thunder in 6. I think it might go 7 games. And now I don't really know who's going to win. I really don't. Because that's how big a game 1 win on the road in the NBA Finals is. It's huge. But the Thunder are tough. They're a resilient bunch too. Remember, they lost game 1 to the Denver Nuggets. So this is not uncharted territory for them. This is going to be an amazing series. Let's just make sure we get that out here in the forefront. This is going to be an amazing series, and I'm here for it. This is going to be fantastic. I love it. I have a lot of respect for Tyrese Haliburton. This guy is phenomenal. The fact that his contemporaries voted him by a landslide as the most overrated player in the league, I have no idea how the hell they came to that conclusion when all you see this guy do is hit game-winning shots in the biggest stage in the NBA, which is the NBA Finals. It's crazy to me. It just doesn't match. The shoe doesn't fit. This guy is not overrated. In fact, in most people, their estimation, he should be viewed as underrated. He's amazing. And shout out to SJ for having a huge game. The MVP showed up. But Tyrese Haliburton is just that clutch. Amazing game. Be back to cover more of the series. We'll probably do some film breakdown. Stay tuned for more videos. Like, share, subscribe, check out some more. We'll see you guys soon on the next one.